This is The Truth, a series in which I play through games to find out what they're really like as a severely average gamer. And today, we're going to be asking ourselves some pretty deep questions. I mean, we're going to be digging into the philosophies of life. Because today, we're finding out the truth in Detroit.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
No, please, I'm begging you.
So I sat on this game for way too long. I had what I like to refer to as Telltale fatigue. And don't get me wrong, I love the Telltale games. I just felt the formula became quite repetitive, and after playing through most of them, I lost interest in those types of games. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is, I was wrong to have missed out on this for so long. This game is fantastic. Not only does it clearly look amazing, but the story is fantastic as well. I mean, look at this. At the start of the game, you play as an android named Connor. You get called out to this emergency where an android has taken a girl hostage, and through your decisions, you have to try and save her. I mean, this shit is dark.
Stop! I'm holding all the cards. If I die, she dies. You hear me?
Thankfully for me, years of pretending to be an android in real life have meant I make some pretty good decisions when trying to be an android in Detroit.
I don't want to die. You're not going to die. We're just going to talk. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
Huh?
I trust you.
Absolute savage. So yeah, you gotta be pretty cold to be an android. And that's just the start of the game. The rest of the game, you actually play as 3 androids. You play as Kara, you play as Marcus, and you play as Connor. And all 3 of these characters have storylines that run parallel alongside each other. And as we should have learned from all great literature, these parallel storylines are bound to interweave at some point, creating these great moments where your characters will eventually meet each other for some greater purpose. So, in the aid of you understanding these characters a little bit, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into their backstory. We're going to start off with Kara, and your owner is a heavily abusive drug addict. He's looking after this young girl, and you're brought in to do the chores and to bring the kid up because he's busy watching football on the couch, taking what I think is crystal meth. I wouldn't know. I don't do crystal meth. So I decided to go upstairs, and I found traces of history, this family's history, and you start to piece a few things together. The girl had made these drawings that at first seemed innocent, pictures of him and her, but soon became dark. A mother or an android, broken, hurt. What happened? Who did it? We all know who did it. It was the bloke. He's a drug addict and an alcoholic. Of course he did it. But that bit was good, wasn't it? It was well emotional. Back to this guy, so we go downstairs. We're all having dinner together, and yeah.
Daddy, no.
Savage. Absolute savage. So then, obviously, I went, that's not on, mate. I'm going to step in.
You stay there. Don't you dare fucking move, or I'll bust you worse than last time.
I'm gonna move. Yeah, L1, come on. L1, yeah, I want, just move. I'm not scared of you. Yes, here we go. Let's absolutely do him in. I bet she's got like mad android powers. She's just snapping. Dead. That is literally the end of my storyline with her. Now Marcus. Marcus is the poster boy of the game. I've seen him on all the posters, he's on the cover. There's no way that Marcus is gonna die. Okay, so he does die, but then he ends up rebuilding himself. And he goes on a beautiful journey to find Jericho. Jericho is a safe space for androids who have become sentient. It's somewhere they can escape to. Somewhere that they can rally. Somewhere that they can feel safe from human oppression.
They threw him out when they didn't want him anymore. He was living on the streets before we brought him here.
Naturally, Marcus goes on a rampage, starts a rebellion, and causes an uprising. Meanwhile, we got Connor. You know Connor's not going to die, because we seen Connor in action in the start when I was making all those good decisions and... Oh, hang on. What's he up to?
What the fuck is it? It's destroying itself. Watch out!
Connor died then. But that's okay, because the best part of Connor's story was his relationship with this disgruntled old police veteran. You get assigned to him, and you have to follow him around. You help him on his job. Slowly, that police officer starts to realise that he might think androids can feel, or even if they can't feel, that what they do experience is as valued as human life.
As if nothing happened. But are you afraid to die, Connor?
Nothing. You shouldn't do that, Lieutenant. There would be nothing.
Connor died again, but the point that I'm trying to make here is each individual storyline that you play is enough to fill one entire storyline for any other game. And then after all of their individual storylines take place, there's this epic crescendo of action and adrenaline and tension when everyone finally meets each other.
Here it comes.
And the rebellion is victorious over mankind. And I could honestly keep banging on about this story for ages, but the most impressive things that it does is manipulate the way that you think about the android. At the start, you're fully willing to accept the fact that they're machines and they feel nothing. By the end of it, you start to believe they can feel love, and then you have to bring into question what real love is. Also, disclaimer, my housemate told me that the little girl that the guy hit at the start of the video was an android, so that doesn't matter. Or does it? And that's the question you've got to ask yourself. Other than being all-round fantastic, this game looks incredible as well. I did myself no favours because I recorded this on the PlayStation Capture. I'm lazy, so I lost a little bit of quality. But honestly, this game was stunning. This is honestly worth your time. If you haven't played it, you should definitely play it. The official review of Detroit Become Human is 4.5 loot boxes. Well good. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe.